What is up, my Pika crew? This is the ThePikaWu, and welcome to a 5th generation Wi-Fi battle. This one is going to be a NU tier match against a guy called JPN Dialga, and let's just go directly into our teams. I have a defensive core of an Exeggutor and Lickilicky. They cover each other's weaknesses pretty well, though they both can go on the offensive if they really want to. Generally, my team is pretty much all-out offensive. I do carry Fire, Grass, Water, but my Emboar and my Lapras are not really defensive. They're more of an offensive set. My opponent also carries a Fire, Grass, Water core, but it is a offensive core. As you can see, he has Wailord, Superior, and Rapidash. They are pretty much offensive threats rather than defensive threats. His only defensive wall on his team is going to be that Metang, but later on you'll see it is actually going to be a relatively offensive set as well. So we're both bringing pretty much 6 offensive Pokemon. It's going to be a pretty awesome match. Looking at my team, Emboar is a Expert Belt mixed set, Exeggutor is a defensive subseeding set, Lapras is a crazy awesome set I'll explain later, Altaria is a Life Orb set with Draco and Fire Blast and Haze, Lickilicky is that Mr. Playboy set with the Sub and Swords Dance, and Gardevoir is a Calm Minding set. Now looking at my opponent's team, I'm thinking Wailord's going to be Scarfed because he led with it, Superior either offensive or defensive, I don't really know yet, Rapidash definitely offensive with that Flare Blitz and Wild Charge. Marowak is going to be offensive, Metang is going to be defensive, and Pikachu I'm thinking is going to be offensive, probably special base. So that's what I'm thinking before the match actually occurred. So I hope you guys enjoy this battle because it's a really awesome match, and yeah. So I'm going to lead off with an Emboar, predicting my opponent to lead off with the Metang because it counters pretty much 5 Pokemon on my team and can set up Stealth Rocks freely. As he just leads off with the Wailord, which is just as scary because I have to switch out since I don't want to take a potential Choice Scarf, Water Spout, or Surf, and that's why I'm going to bring in my Lapras to take it and be immune with the Water Absorb ability. And I'm going to go ahead and actually stay in and go for the Blizzard. Now, even if he predicted my switch into Lapras and went for the Hidden Power Grass, I know I can take it because I'm max HP, max special attack with the Zoom Lens item. So what Zoom Lens does, it boosts my accuracy of my moves by 20% as long as I go second. So that's why I carry no investment in IVs and EVs and speed, and I have a speed hindering nature to ensure that I out-slow this Metang, and I actually do hit the Sing, which even after the Zoom Lens is still not that great. It's like a 66% accurate move. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Pump to deal a ton of damage. He ends up bringing in ThePikaWu, the Pikachu. He ends up dodging it because Pikachu just doesn't die. But that's fine. I do have a solution to this Pikachu, and that is my Gardevoir with the Trace. I'm thinking he's probably going to carry the Lightning Rod ability, which 99% of Pikachus have. I can be immune to that electric type move and also get that special attack boost by tracing his Lightning Rod ability. But he carries Static, and I live. I don't even know how I live because Gardevoir has no defensive and HP stats at all. He's just terrible on the defensive side. I live with 3 and I get the Static ability from the Trace. So the Trace ends up helping me a lot. I can take him out with the Shadow Ball and it's going to be a double down. Now I'm going to bring in the Exeggutor in the double down because it does well against my opponent's team, especially with the Metang asleep, and I can start doing some sub-leech seeding stuff, but he actually brings in the Marowak, so I'm going to go ahead and set up a substitute, predicting him to switch into Superior to take either the Leech Seed or the Grass-type move, but I only carry Psychic, so I'm going to switch since I can't really deal super effective damage against the Marowak, and I'm not that comfortable staying in to take a Fire Punch, so I'm going to bring in my Altaria to take either the Earthquake or the Fire Punch and retaliate back with the Draco, but he actually brings in Superior, which is fine as well because I can deal a ton of damage with Fire Blast, and he actually just only goes for the Dragon Tail, which does like nothing to my Altaria. And this is good because that shows you he's probably a defensive set, and I can probably take him out with this Lapras next turn. He probably is a Coil set with Leaf Blade and Dragon Tail, but he surprises me because he actually is a special set as well. He carries the Giga Drain, which surprised me, and I wasn't, even if he went for it, I didn't think he was going to take me out because Giga Drain has a low base power, and even with that Overgrow, Lapras has a lot of HP and special defense bulk, so I thought I could live it, but I guess not. I just died completely, and he pretty much gets healed back to full, so that's not good. He actually surprises me again with the superior set, but actually showing me he carries the Dragon Pulse as well, which I did not expect. I was thinking I can outspeed him, since I was still thinking he was a relatively defensive set, but turns out he's actually an offensive set, so with Dragon Pulse, Giga Drain, and Dragon Tail. So he actually takes down 2 Pokemon with that superior. That was absolutely crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Lickilicky just to go for the Power Whip, just to deal some damage against this Marowak so I can revenge kill with my Exeggutor, because Psychic wouldn't be a one-hit KO. And even if I went for the Swords Dance there to set up, I don't think a +2 Power Whip would have been able to kill this Marowak anyways. So I don't want my Lickilicky to die just yet, because it can still take hits from the Wailord, since I am a specially defensive set and not a physically defensive set. So I'm going to bring in my Exeggutor to take the physical hit, that is Double Edge, and I can heal back because I carry the Citrus Berry. And with the Harvest, I have pretty much unlimited citrus berries, and I can heal myself back to green, so that's pretty awesome. Now he's going to bring in, I'm number 1, the Rapidash, which is a dangerous Pokemon. I want to see what kind of move he wants to go for, either the Mega Horn or the Flare Blitz. Maybe he is a Scarf set or a Banded set, so that might be good to know. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Emboar because it quad resists that Mega Horn, and even if he decides to go for the Flare Blitz on the switch, I still resist that, and I think I can take 2 Wild Charges at full anyways. So he actually goes for the Flame Charge, which is fine because I know he can't do much, and I can retaliate back with the Superpower. I'm thinking he's going to bring in Metang, that's fine. I do carry Fire Blast, so I can take him out since I'm not choiced in any way. I'm a mixed set. And here was a big moment, whether to kill him or switch into Exeggutor. And I do decide to switch into Exeggutor because had I decided to stay in and go for the Fire Blast, he can go right back into Rapidash and deal a ton of damage since I have -1 attack and -1 defense. So this is good because I can set up a substitute, and even if he switches to Rapidash, I can ensure the fact that I can go for the Leech Seed and gradually whittle and chip away at this Rapidash's HP, which right now seems like the biggest threat on his team. He actually ends up going for a misclick, going for the Wild Charge. I was thinking he's probably thinking Flame Charge, and he just clicked it because they sound so similar and they look so similar. So unfortunately, he's not going to be able to break my sub, and that enables me to actually hit him with the Psychic, and that's amazing because that's going to pressure him even more, and that's going to limit the fact that he can't do a lot of Flare Blitzes and he can't do a lot of Wild Charges anymore, since those are both recoil moves. And this is really good because now Rapidash just lost like a lot of his offensive capabilities, and now that I know he's either going to go for the Flare Blitz or Wild Charge here, I can bring in my Emboar just to take that hit, I guess, and then he can go for the Wild Charge on the next turn, which I should be able to take as well. And yeah, with Rapidash down, you know, no longer it has he has a Pokemon that can outspeed my entire team, which is just amazing. So yeah, he all he has left, I believe, is the Wailord, and the Metang, and the that's it. 2 Pokemon left. So Wailord, he can go for the Choice Scarf Surf. That's fine. I'm gonna leave him as Death Fodder, because I can go into Exeggutor afterwards to you know, take advantage of the fact that he is choiced in some way. But he actually is not scarfed, which in the back of my mind, I thought he was scarfed the whole battle, and I take him out with the Grass Knot because I outspeed. And his last Pokemon's the Metang, so I can just take him out with the Fire Blast. So Emboar taking down like 3 Pokemon, half of his team. Emboar doing some work, roasting some Pokemon. Yeah. So yeah, if you like this battle, feel free to leave a like and a favorite and a comment. So peace out, guys.